Hey everybody, Mark Agnesi here. Welcome. What the hell are we doing? Welcome to the very first episode of the Mark Agnesi Show.
Woo!
There it is, yes. We've been talking about it for a long time. We're here. Here it is. What is the Mark Agnesi Show, you ask? Well, I was watching a lot of YouTube videos and getting kind of bored, man. It's a lot of gear reviews. It's a lot of user demos and $500 guitar and a $5,000 guitar and the most expensive guitar. It's so bored, dude. It's like I want a real show like I'd watch on TV, like a real show with like a guest and they talk about guitars, and it's like nobody was doing it. So we figured in our ample amounts of abundant spare time that we both have, Jen and I decided to put together a celebrity based interview show out of my home. Yes, this is not a brick wall we're standing in front, or whatever the hell we have right behind me right now. We don't know yet. We're still playing with it. But yeah, we're filming at my house here in Los Angeles. We were going to be taking you guys over a little journey over the course of the next 8 weeks of some of who I think are the best up and coming names you got to know about. Some of you guys will already know about these people. Some of you guys, they might not be on your radar yet. And it's our job to put them on your radar, because people keep saying the guitar is dead and guitar music's dead. And I'm here to call bullshit. I'm going to prove it to you 8 times in season 1 here of the Mark Agnesi Show. I'm very excited tonight. Our very first guest was actually the first interview that we did earlier this year. It was all the way out from Nashville, Tennessee. He's kind of the master of the Telecaster and the new next generation of Tele picking. My guest Daniel Donato stops by tonight, which we're very, very excited to have. We sit down and talk about Telecasters and coming up in Nashville as a teenager, and we talk about Mexican food and all sorts of stuff. But that's coming up later. First, let's see what's in the news.
What's in the news?
Man, production levels are pretty hot here, episode 1, you guys. I can only imagine what you're seeing right now. It's rad. It's totally rad. What's in the news? Hey, unless you've been living under a rock all summer, Gibson Guitars has been going under some major changes, starting with the old ding dong, the witch is dead. Which old witch? Jeskowitz, he's out. Henry Jeskowitz out as CFO of Gibson, which is brought to the end of the reign of terror at Gibson Guitars. The horror stories for decades I've heard from former employees and all this. Henry's out. Contrary to what most of the press was saying upon talking about Henry being out, he is not staying on in any sort of advisory position, consultant thing, as the PR said it was. It seems as now that the keys have been given over, it was more of a don't let the door hit you in the ass on your way out kind of thing. So new management has come in. J.C. Curley has been named the new CFO of Gibson Guitars. He's coming over as the former president of Levi Strauss. And has been brought in to bring new life into this company. Along my buddy Cesar is a customer of mine over there. He's the new CMO. There's some serious guitar nerds over there right now. I'm very anxious to see what they do, but now's the time. There's the chatter is big, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Gibson here. I'm sure the comment section on anything Gibson related will be fun. But now it's time for these guys to show what they can do. I'm really excited about it. And that is what's in the news.
What's in the news?
All right, so my first guest tonight is actually the first interview that we got earlier this year as we started to catalog these interviews for the show. He was out here from Nashville, Tennessee. He's kind of the new master of the Fender Telecaster. He's the one that is going to be bringing chicken picking to this next generation of country listeners. He's got his own style of music that he likes to call cosmic country. We sat down and talked about that. We picked up some guitars and played. Good times were had. Check this out when I sat down with Daniel Donato. Hey everybody, Mark Agnesi here. We're sitting on my couch in my living room. It's Sunday afternoon. I've got like the up and coming master of the Telecaster, hopefully the savior and future of Nashville picking. Mr.
Woo!
Daniel Donato is in the house, dude. Thanks for coming over, man. Nice to finally get a chance to hang and talk for a little bit.
Likewise.
Nashville, you born and raised?
Born in New
Nashville?
Jersey.
Born in New Jersey. When did you move to Nashville?
8 years old.
Okay.
Started guitar when I was 12. I played on stage for the first time when I was 14, and I played a Telecaster. I walked into a bar, and the bass player who was playing in the band, while the lead singer was going off passing a jug for tips, which is what you do in Nashville to make money. He said over the microphone, "You look like you play guitar. You look like you're a musician." And sure enough, I did play guitar. And we got up, and I played a Telecaster, and I'd never played one before. My dad had always said, "Oh, you don't want to play that. That's what country musicians play."
Old man guitar, yeah.
Old man guitar.
Yeah.
I played it. I loved it. I loved how rigid the body felt and how big the neck was, and I immediately started diving into country music. I lived in Nashville. I lived right outside the city.
It was accessible, I'm sure. Yeah.
Sincerely, the local color is just a very strong thing and very easy point of entry. Country music, I believe, it's not something where it's like Zydeco or jazz. You can really
look at the country charts, man. It was like almost anybody with a hit record can fucking do it, man. Okay, so what are the guys? Who are the guys that are like?
The first guy was J.D.
Whose licks
Simo.
were you stealing?
Yeah, the first guy, man, was J.D. Simo. He played with Don Kelly Band at Robert's Western World, which is a great Nashville hub for guitar talent. And it's like a deluxe reverb turned up to
Loud. Yeah.
Loud.
Which is the best way for a deluxe reverb.
And he changed my life. He's a great friend of mine still to this day, and unbelievable inspiration. Chet Atkins was huge for me, and then there's a lot of other players that people don't really know about who are just sonic gold to anyone who wants to get into country, like James Burton, Ralph Mooney, who played pedal steel for Waylon Jennings and other like Ray Price, huge artists. Grady Martin, who's if you listen to any Marty Robbins, he plays all this amazing electric guitar and nylon guitar. Hank Garland, Sugarfoot Rag, of course.
Absolutely.
And Brett Mason.
Brent's like my favorite. We got to talk about Broadway, and let's talk a little bit about Broadway. Let's talk about the gig that got you your thing, because you mentioned JD. Who is Don Kelly?
Don's been playing in Nashville since '86, and he's only taken like 2 weeks off since like '86. He's like a workhorse, and he's started at 7 nights a week and did that for like 15 years, and then moved down to 5 nights a week, which is what he does now still. And he's always had amazing musicians. His first guitarist was Brett Mason.
And Brent got replaced by what, Johnny
Highland.
Johnny Highland was
Red
in it.
Volkart, Guthrie Trapp. Vince Gills played with the band. Brad Paisley's played with the band. Anyone who really has the chromosome for telly playing.
JD was before
me.
When JD left is when you came in.
Yeah, when JD left.
And you came in at 17 years old.
I came in at 17.
What is the gig there? How is that? It's 5 nights a week, but like what time to what time are you?
6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
So 4 hours a night, 5 nights a week is that gig.
Man, I'm still sincerely grateful for having been able to play in Don's band, because that platform allowed me to exercise those characteristics to the nth degree. I did 464 shows.
When you're playing that much and you're that, when people talk about working musicians, they're talking about people that go out and work on weekends, playing 5 nights a week and stuff. What's the rig? Like, is it the simplest shit that you can possibly come up with? Do you swap in different guitars other nights? You just get bored of shit and it's like, I'm going to bring this tonight, or do you have your rig?
I really like to equate it to like Jiro Dreams of Sushi, where it's like he has the same recipe, very simple, like nigiri sushi, right? That's how I kind of looked at that gig. It was very much like a Zen art of archery thing, where actually kind of equating it to Slash's rig, he said, was so simple, if anything goes wrong, he can hear what it is. If it's a cable, if it's the wah.
There's not much in the chain. Yeah.
So, man, I pretty much used the same Pro Reverb, a 6600 Pro Reverb, the same custom shop Kelly, which I still use today. And I used about 3 pedals. I used a Wampler Ego compressor, an old Boss, what are those pink delay?
Yeah, like
Bosses.
with the analog,
yes.
I forget, the DD1?
Yes.
No, the 80. Yeah, analog.
I also used a tube screamer just to keep it simple. And I used all old cables. It was all on purpose to be vintage and to do that thing really well.
The Tele was always the go-to guitar of choice. Or let's talk guitars. Like I am a luster for guitars.
Oh,
I
yeah.
collect them. I fantasize about them. I spend time when I should be asleep on reverb.com looking for shit that I have in my store.
I was last
But I still look at it anyway.
Yeah.
Do you lust after certain ones and go, this one's next? Do you go into a shop and
Yeah.
you pick something up and you go, fuck, you have a bond with it and that's the one? How
Yeah.
much of it is collecting and how much of it is these are tools that I have to go out and do my craft with?
Right, man. I think it would relate to me personally. What is the essence of the purpose for collecting? For me, it's always to achieve a goal. I'm not trying to just expand. I'm trying to achieve something. Right now, I'm really into old reverbs, and like I've been trying to find
tanks.
Like the surf box that Mayer uses, like the Soldano surf box.
No.
Like these oddities, things like that. I'm really into. I just love the idea of repurposing something that was once used in the 60s for maybe like, you know, in like a cover band to do like Walk Don't Run or something, and then try to write a great song on it or play a great solo or find that to expand your voice. But man, I'm just obsessed with old Fender amps and old...
Is there an era in
guitars.
particular? Do you like tweeds? Are you a blackface guy?
Blackface.
Okay.
In 68, I really like the 68.
The drip edge
I
kind
love
of
the drip
stuff.
edge. I think that's, in some ways, at least from my financial range, like the way to go.
What is cosmic country? Because cosmic country
Yeah.
is that's the title. It was the title of your.
That's my thing.
That's your thing. What is
kinda like a
cosmic
band
country, and where does? If you had to describe it to somebody who had no idea what that concept was, what does cosmic country encompass
Levi's.
as the artist?
Levi's and tie-dyes.
So
That's my thing.
Grateful
Right.
Dead meets
In a sense.
the jam. Is it
The
a
jam.
jammy
It's like
or
a
something?
jam. It's like the person who's gonna want to see cosmic country is a person who likes hooks, who likes a chorus they can sing along to, like an Alan Jackson song.
No.
But people who also like love musicianship and go see it at a festival and fuck with it. You know what I mean? And I'm really right now just trying to develop that sound, develop the band around it, and I have an EP I'm about to drop that encompasses is a good point of entry for this sound. I'm trying to
Like what are the licks? Is it jam bandy but on picking? Is it jam bandy on
Yeah, I can show you.
I mean,
So it's like
give me an example
So if we were
of some of
like-
the stuff you're messing with here.
we're gonna use a
Oh yeah, hit the dick pic, dude. Good plug. MarkAgnesi.com.
Dick pic.
if we can do jazz threes because I use jazz threes normally.
But that's a much smaller dick.
It's about
It's
how
a
you
smaller
use it.
dick pic, kids. We're going, yeah.
I would say something for me like if you were to take a basic, if you were to take like a basic country thing.
I can handle that. You can play something.
So this would be like a basic rhythm.
So I mean, you can go. You can keep going, right? You can. If
And
you,
that's the essence of it, is that certain, there is this world where it's like if you were to take a song like Tulsa Time by Don Williams, there is a world where it's like you could jam on that and expand that even more. So I'm trying to write songs that are good country songs, because good country songs are starting to get validity again, that you can jam on. And my influences for jam are widely based from Roy Buchanan and Jerry Garcia. Because those are, most instrumentalists jam, and Jerry Garcia landed in a great place in the forest of music where he had a band and an audience and great songs to jam to.
to
as well.
jam along to, yeah.
But I would say Cosmic Country Man is good country songs with jam. If I were just to make it the most simple.
So people who are into picking and people who are into guitar playing.
Oh yeah.
This is for you. This is for you guys.
Oh,
this is should be in everybody's catalog and stuff. You see these guys shredding these crazy licks and they think it's all about this side, and it's like
no.
The left hand's got to do a lot, but a great guitar for right-handed guitar players at least. The right hand, because there's some lefties out there. The right hand is really where all of the magic is. People get so caught up in this fast fingers moving over here.
Like,
that shit is far less important
than
the delivery system of how you're hearing the notes, which is the right hand.
For me, man, the right hand is all about relaxation. I do this exercise.
No, wait, are you all flat pick? Are you a hybrid of fingers and flat pick?
Both. So like Brent Mason was the first right-hand tech. Eric Johnson actually was the first right-hand technique I studied. But Brent Mason was the one that really opened my mind to the idea of using both. And he does a thing where it's pick. He uses a thumb pick, but we're using a flat pick here because thumb picks are late.
As if, yeah.
Yeah. So I use flat pick, and then you go pick, middle, pick, ring.
That's your instead of a traditional alternate pick.
Yeah.
It's through the fingers.
So I do kind of like a less formal version of that. So whenever I'm doing double stops, I do fingers. And then these single note lines are typically just with pick and then usually middle finger influence. But I mean, a lot of the country sound comes from that. So like, there's like a classic James Burton riff, like. So like that thing is.
Sound right.
It's not the same.
It's the
There's a
delivery.
percussiveness.
No.
That's a huge part of the sound for me, man.
Okay, and to close up,
Huge.
house is burning down. You can grab one guitar. What's it?
Oh. probably the one that's worth the most, so I can sell it and buy other ones.
Get replay. What would that be?
Honestly, this SG my girlfriend got me at GC Hollywood. It's a 61 SG Les Paul.
Les Paul
and,
SG. PAFs?
PAFs are out of it, which fucking sucks. But it still sounds good. I got the aux 4s in there.
In terms of PAF clones, that's probably the best ones.
So Bob Massa says.
Yeah, they're pretty convincing.
I'll take his name on it.
Absolutely.
He's played it too.
And what else? Anything else done to it?
It's all kinds of messed up, man, and that kind of just speaks to the tools of a collector that I am. It's just like I like things that
still sideways wiggle stick.
Yes.
Still has the wiggler on it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And it
Do
has
you
the
use
snake
it?
bites. No.
Do you block it out or you just keep it?
I just keep it and I just don't use it.
Put the bar out of the way.
Yes.
But that's the Dickie Betts SG. That's the Allman Brothers sound right there.
And I love that. It's timeless.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, check out Daniel Donato's record, Cosmic Country. There's a new EP coming out soon as well. Where can they find Cosmic Country? That's on iTunes, Spotify, all that kind of stuff?
iTunes, Spotify, CD Baby, SoundCloud, Musical.ly, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's everywhere you can find me. It's there.
If you guys are into guitar playing, if you're watching this, you probably are. You guys got to check this out, man. Dude, thank you for coming by. It was a pleasure sitting down with you. I'm really excited to see what you're going to do here in the future. You got a lot of good stuff happening.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for coming by.
Likewise.
For the full unedited interview with Daniel Donato, we actually sat and talked for like 45 minutes. We touched on all sorts of stuff, buying guitars, playing guitars in bars, playing guitars on stage, studio stuff. We talked about all sorts of stuff. We had a good time. For more of that interview, for more of the behind the scenes footage, for more performance footage, make sure you subscribe right below here, youtube.com/Mark Agnesi. And also make sure you check out Daniel Donato online. You can follow him on Instagram. He has some great Instagram stories. You can follow him on Instagram at @TheDanielDonato. And also always check out DanielDonato.com to see where he's coming to a town near you. All right, so now we come to the part of the show where I get to spew at the mouth about something for a little bit. Excuse me for 1 second. So, the first thing I have to rant about, and this has been a long-standing thing on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Mark Agnesi. Is snark tuners, and not snark in particular. I'm not picking on snark. This is a headstock tuner thing in general. And again, people get so butthurt in the comment section. This is not an elitist thing. This is not like, I can't afford to buy it. This is not that. I have no problem with headstock tuners. What I have a problem with is leaving the headstock tuner on the headstock while you're on stage. I swear to God. People go, what's the big deal? Like, you're saying that looking cool is more important than being in tune? And I'm saying, yes. Dude, yeah. Maybe the reason people think guitar music is dying is because everybody looks like a bunch of fucking losers, man. What is going on? Take the goddamn thing off the end of the headstock. I mean, think about some of the most iconic moments in music history. Think about, like, the Beatles on Ed Sullivan. Imagine those pictures of the Beatles, and they had fucking pieces of blue plastic hanging off the ends of the headstock. I mean, think about Jimmy Page with the double neck, like, 1275 Gibson, playing Stairway to Heaven. And he eats two of them, because he got two necks. I mean, when Robert Johnson made that deal with the devil at the crossroads, it wasn't about being in perfect tune, man. It's not what it was about. Guys, when did playing guitar become so uncool? The snark is like the fanny pack of guitar accessories. I get its functionality, I get its convenience, I get all of the stuff. But dude, look at yourself in the mirror and have a little respect for yourself and your craft. As soon as I see the Philharmonic Orchestra, everybody's got snarks on the end of their stuff, you know, I'll lax up my thing. But those serious musicians can get it done before the gig. You know what? You can get it done before the gig too. Just think what Rick Nielsen feels like. So there it is, man. The first episode of the Mark Agnesi Show. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you subscribe to the channel down, I assume, down below. If I point like this, the thing will pop up. It's going to get better. It's going to get better, right?
Yeah.
I promise it's going to get better. But hey, it was the first episode. Thanks for coming on. Make sure you check out my guest, Daniel Donato. Go to his website, danieldonato.com, and check him out on Instagram at @TheDanielDonato. And to take it out, to take it home. The big final push. Here's me and Daniel, mostly Daniel, getting down on that old Hank Garland classic, Sugarfoot Rag. Thank you guys for stopping by. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Sure.
Yeah, Sugarfoot Rag.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Woo! That was amazing.
Yeah.
That's astounding.